the last minute to go live. I was starting to work on my weekly plan because everything has got to be like, my schedule's got to be extremely tight, every hour accounted for. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to be doing a new series, and this is actually for me, but I'm going to share, is the 12-week year. And I do better when I'm accountable to somebody. And I remember when I was doing 75 hard, and I'm going to go off on a quick tangent here. When I was doing 75 hard, I was posting it. And it was because I was posting it, it made me more accountable. So we're going to do the same thing with a 12-week year, as I'm reading and being accountable to those things. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and I do need to put a do not disturb on here because my kiddo may actually send me a text message here. All right, so here we go. Do not disturb is on. I've already have my March planned. So, but I'm going to make a template to make it look a little prettier, but I'm not going to show my plan on the screen, but I'm going to show you what I did. So hopefully that makes sense. And it will here. First of all, what I did, so number one, I'm sending the freebie out. It's a monthly freebie, a couple stickers. It is the March 2025 sticker set. And I don't know if y'all can see, but maybe I can go through this like really, really quick. So I'm going to explain this. This is actually, and I'm going to explain all those because those are individual stickers. There's a water sticker. That's not supposed to be on there. All right, so we got a calendar. Of course, that'll be on the branding. These little flags, I love those flags. Right, I put a little orange in it because of the luck of the Irish, right? Then I'm also going to come out with a women's empowerment sticker set. That part. Right, these are, I'm going to show you how I use those. More flags, different flags, checklists, hexagons, little checklist circles, paint and splotches, to-do list. Now, these are new. Well, they were on the last set, but I start using these now, and I'm going to show you. All right, and then, of course, our March. So I'm just going to put that over to the side just for a second. So what I did is I looked up like nice St. Patrick's Day palettes, and I went with this one. I just got this off of Pinterest, and I'm going to show you what I did so you all can see how you can customize. You don't need all these stickers to do everything. So what I went ahead and did is, and let me see if I can put these up here. I went ahead and, hey, where's my custom or my presets? Okay, well, I'll just have to do it again. I added these as presets. So we're going to add one. What I did, hopefully you saw that, is I used a little dropper, and I'm going to add that to the presets. And there it is right there. And I'm just going to take it over this palette, add to presets. And I'm just going to go down this list, add to presets. So there it is right there. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to add, I think this is that one. Add it to presets. So FYI, I'll be using this color palette the whole month. I set it and forget it. I don't change palettes up. All right, so there's my color palette. I'm going to do the same thing for the highlighter. So I'm going to go to my highlighter. Maybe I did presets to that one. Nope. Okay. So hitting the dropper, let me get that, the dark one, add it to presets. And it really doesn't take that long. But if there's a palette that you like, or like if you see a color palette on, do you notice it's all accumulating here? If you see a color palette on Pinterest, I tell people to go to Pinterest all the time. They got great stuff. I'm the type of person that I use my thinking for, I hate to say it's real stuff, but I don't need that anymore. Excuse me. because my whole color palette is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my custom color palette up here, over here on the right. I don't know if you can see that, but let me put my little, oh, it won't. That's the only thing I don't like about doing it, doing these videos without my hands moving. But that's where I added, right, and changed the colors up there. Do I have a, oh, look at that. Okay, that may work. Yeah, so right over here is where I did that. Okay. Let's go back to the pen. I'm going to change all my presets for the pen. I'm just going to put these up there. These right here. And I think that's that last one. Yeah, right there. I thought you could add more than that on there, but alrighty. So in there, you'll get, this is free, FYI. You're going to get this guy as a single. You're going to get this guy. I'm going to show you how we're going to use a color palette to our advantage. That sticker there and these blocks. Right. So you can kind of color code some things. The blocks are going to be in that file. So let's get done. They are right here. So the different types of, let's see, is that one here? That one's that one, so we don't want that one. Let me see. And the best way to do is just to press and hold and drag and drop. I think that one is the same one. Yeah, okay, so there were just 3. There are some swatches in here. I probably won't use the swatch. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the, okay. I got the music playing in the background here. Alrighty, so we'll use those. I don't know if I'm going to change this March. I mean, you can, and I'll show y'all how I did this. I mean, I've done it in other videos, but if you want to kind of get rid of those lines, you can either erase them with a white pen, or you can just really quickly take a screenshot and press copy. I'm just screenshotting the white, that's all, and then paste. And then you can resize it. And this is just these spaces right here have no dates because this is a trickle over from February. So that's all that is. Here's what else you can use that for. So say you wanted to, so there's take a screenshot. So you take a screenshot and we're going to copy that and we'll paste. All right. You can also use this for, let's see, like if you wanted to kind of, let me make this bigger so you can kind of see. So if this was like a trip, if you wanted to use this for like washi, that's the word I was looking for. FYI, in GoodNotes, there's this new with the tape feature. Oops. Okay. With the tape feature, you can do a washi tape from like a solid color. So you can either use that. Again, that's another thing where you can add it to the presets. You could use this tape feature to make washi tape. Or you could just, do what I just did. So, a couple options. I think I am going to do a washi, maybe with that little guy right there. But for now, we're just going to keep this pretty simple. Alrighty, so let's see. I'm going to look at my calendar. So y'all, this is a live. I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, I mean, I do know what I'm doing, but you know what I mean. Alrighty, so all right, so I have a couple things. So I may use this. Oh, hello. I'm just going to duplicate it for let's second. And here's another one. So I have a meeting there. And then I'm going to duplicate this one. Maybe. We'll see. And this is another meeting. So I could use this for a meeting, or I can use this for something else. Actually, I'm not gonna. Here's what I'm going to do. Now, you cannot recolor, if that makes sense. Nope, I don't want to do that. So I could either use that lasso tool to make this bigger, or I can use these edges on the back. And I'll tell you what I'm going to use those for, my links. Remember, your links are down here to the monthly review, monthly recap, and then there's a blank one that you could link it to anything. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to move this over here, because this actually is a meeting. Well, not actually is, but it's a meeting. In fact, I'm actually going to take, I wonder, will that do that? Let's just see. I'm going to take a screenshot of, yeah, it actually did. I was seeing if it would take a screenshot of the lines, and it did. I didn't really want it to take a screenshot. I just want to see what it's going to look like. Huh, okay, but that's not what I wanted. All right, so let's go back here. I need this color on blank, so I can just take a screenshot of that. All right, come on. And I'll show you the method to my madness. Copy. All right, I'm going to put this back over there. Again, this is from the free sticker set. So if you are a subscriber, meaning you're on our mailing list, you'll get this set for free. I just put it together. All right, so we got to go back here and paste. So I don't want that. I just want this. And I'm just going to move this over here. Move that out the way for right now. I want this to be kind of thin, right? Because I have a meeting right here. So then, now you could do this a couple different ways. I'm using the scribble function. I'm going to duplicate it and just do that. And then I'm going to take this right here and duplicate that and move it over here. I can make sure. And then that's another meeting. Duplicate. Just move it. So normally, like when I do my my planning like this, like I'm listening to like a podcast or something, making sure I have everything in here. Like this is another, let's see. Now notice that it's doing this. It's because I'm in text mode, not in. I want to be out of that. I'm gonna do this as well. A couple things going on right there. Notice I can make this a little thinner. Now, so here's, I'll just talk about arrangements. So that square is right now behind this. If I want it in front of, I can tap that and arrange and send that to the back. And now this is on top of it. So it's really personal preference, but I just wanted to show that. I may put a quote here. The 8th, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to instead of this being here, and this is, these are not pre-cropped, FYI, so you might have to crop them down just a little bit more. So I'm just going to do that. The 8th is International Women's Day. So you know what we're going to do? So I think I'm going to put it here. I'm going to use our text. And happy Women's. Now I'm going to tell you that this scribble function, it did not happen overnight. It's something that took a little time. Now if I want to change the color, I can either tap and change it. I believe I can do custom, yes. And if I want that green, there you go. All I did was use the little paint thing. Maybe the arrangement could be a little bit better and put that there. Let's see. Right. And then this is Happy St. Pat's Day. So you know what I'm going to do is actually duplicate that. Put this here. And I'm just going to Happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay. International Women's Day. And that's probably all I'm going to do for the weekly. So I'm going to go, okay, that was another weekly. This, the planner I'm planning in right now is the Hybrid Crimson planner. Okay, this is what I wanted to show. So this, in there, this is something that I'm working with the creative team with. Is doing a whole, like for people who are like, yeah, that's cute and all, but I don't have time. But I think it's cute. Who want just a whole spread to start with. And that's literally what this sticker, it's a sticker that you would just literally open and put on top. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So in that freebie that subscribers will get, you'll see this March weekly sticker. So let me go back. I'm going to delete this so you can kind of see. So it's a sticker, and all you have to do is arrange it. So you may have to just kind of play with it really like that. Well, actually, it needs to be a little bit bigger because we don't want a duplicate. All right. So I think that actually is pretty good. And if it doesn't look right, notice how I tapped away from, you can, now I'm going to tell you the only thing I don't like about GoodNotes is it doesn't let you lock layers. Note Shelf does. I mean, as of right now, it doesn't. But Note Shelf does. So this way you can kind of see your weekend. You know that that's Sunday through. So this is Friday, Saturday. My weekend was really Friday, Saturday. But you can also, if you don't like that, you can also use, oh, that's not the, see. All right, there it is. Oh, it didn't come as I wonder why. All right, well, all else fails, you can do this. Thank God for the cropping feature. All right, so say that you don't want like 5 million copies. You want to crop. I just want this little section right there. Done. I don't need that water. So then you would go over to Sunday. And then you would just have to, I would crop it one more time, honestly. And then you can come over here and then just resize it. So you just might have to make it a little taller. There we go. And this is just, again, now the other thing you can do is just do drag and drop. So here's what I mean. Go back to your pen and, okay, that's probably doesn't show up as well here. And just make a square. It just has to close. And notice how it fills in. And then tap. Oh, why did it tap away? Okay, good notes. Come on. Try that again. Okay. I would go into the shapes. Okay, notice there it is. Okay. Now it wants to act right. All right, so we'll just put that over there. I would go into the shapes. Do that. And now, some people don't like those lines. I am one of those people. So I'm just going to, it pulled up the whole thing. Let's go back. So this is actually good that it happened. So you can go to the lasso. Remember, the weekly spread is an image. So I'm going to turn off that. But this text box is a text box or a handwritten, right? It's not a image. I don't want that. So I'm going to delete it. And now I have that box. But notice how it's still light. That's why we threw in those freebies. But you could still do it that way. The watermarks, they're actually on here as well. So if you wanted to, you would just have to crop it. I mean, it's like little. There. And then you have your water, and you could put it however or wherever you wanted to. You could even, I mean, it kind of looks kind of weird, but you could do that too. All right. The other thing that I'm going to do is I made, this was in another video, I decided that I was going to, what did I call these widgets? That I was going to read 3 books. One of them, of course, a 12-week year, so 10 pages a day. I'm also doing a devotional, and then I'm also, there's a couple other books I read in the morning for the devotional. I read, oh shoot, I have them on me right now. I am in a Bible study reading the Principles and Power and Purpose of Vision. And then I'm also reading Dennis Kimbrough's book, Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. And I think I'm going to go ahead and read his other book, A Wealth Choice. Yeah, A Wealth Choice. So, yeah. But what I want to start doing is tracking all of that. So with the 12-week year, here's how I'm going to use my weekly spread. I'm going to have down here, I'm going to keep my little water things. So that's like a cup, right? And so I'll notice I'm using my pen color that goes with the palette. So I can either put a check mark, That's just a press and hold, FYI. I just did this and held it. So it makes pretty check marks. Or you can just do a check mark and call it a day. Like, right. So it doesn't matter. I think what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to kind of sketch it out so everybody can kind of see. Here is where I'm going to put my habit tracker. And I'm going to make that into a widget. And basically in those two squares, I'm going to have my, and honestly, hold on. I may not have to do all that. Sometimes I forget the stuff that I make. So let's go here. So I made some checklist, these things. Do I want to do that? Or am I going to use I had a other one. Oh, I think this is it right here. Let's see. It is. So let me see. I'm going to crop this one real quick. I know I got a lot of stuff going on the screen right now. There is a method to my madness. And that's why we're testing out this weekly thing. All right, I'm going to crop this one too. Here's the method to my madness. Is instead of like making this habit tracker, well, I guess I'm still going to have to do it. I was going to see, no. So here was the method to my madness. I was going to put this thing over here. Oops, not that. I was going to put this for my habit tracker. But I need the like weekly dots. So technically I probably could. But I would have to put like my little squares like right here. Or could I use the teardrops? Okay. All right, we'll see. But this is where I'm going to put my habit tracker. My habit tracker is going to go right there. And this is, I'll kind of tell everybody when I'm going to keep this water thing here. Right. And then I'm going to, my 10 pages of the 12 week, making sure my devotional. So I'm going to go ahead and exercise twice a day again. So I'm going to walk. And then in the evening, I'm either going to do legs or abs, right? So that'll be that. My intermittent fasting. Oh, I'm not going to worry about that. The other thing I'm definitely going to do is my goal, I'm just going to put it out there, is to set 50 appointments a week. And my other goal is to do 20 completed appointments, right? So I'll be tracking that. So my tracking will be a little bit different. Instead of, so like here, so I'll have my little Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So instead of me putting a check mark, so if I'm my 50, appointment set, I'll have my running total. So it'll be like 10. I did 10, maybe 8. So I can see it. I got to see it. If I don't see it, okay. Same thing with completed appointments. I'll do that. 3, whatever, right? 5. So I'll have all that. But I'm going to put that in that section. And then over here, I may put the book back over there just so I have it. But instead of using this bottom section, I may use it for like emails, and I'll kind of show you. This is what I like those little flags for. So hopefully I haven't lost anybody. Where am I at time-wise? Okay, 30 minutes. I said I wasn't going to do more than 30, but so you can use these. You can use these. So we'll put both of them over there. So again, I'm going to crop, and I'm not using those. But these are like perfect for like headings. I'll just crop one just so you can kind of see. So, of course, this is not going to look good with my little raindrops, right? But here's where I would put it, like that. And I would do like a heading. Let's say I'm taking notes for a meeting, and I would just put like meeting notes. So I would use this like on an individual page, or let's see. Well, let me just grab that. Copy. I would put it on a page like this. And it didn't. Oh, you know why? Does anybody know why? Because I cut off images. So I want this image, so I'm going to copy it. Put it over here, paste. So, right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to the back. And maybe I put that right there. So that's where I would use that. Here's where I would use the flags. And I'm just going to delete. Notice that deleted the whole thing because the image part is on. I just need to get rid of. Now the other thing I could have done is just erased it. All right, so with my little flag things, again, I gotta turn my images back on. I'm gonna crop this real quick. And I'm just gonna use this one. I didn't think that would come up really good, but it actually does. I kind of like it. All right, so we could do one or two things. Coming to think about it now, these little teardrops really need to be on the bottom. So before I send that out, I'll have the creative team like just put that on the bottom real quick. Let's see, here's one. We'll just drag and drop. Again, there's a method to my madness. Now, here's the thing, and everybody might be saying, oh my God, that takes like forever. Okay, it's almost the same. Well, it is. It's the exact same if you were doing paper planning. But here's the difference. Once I set this, I'm going to copy this whole screen and use it as a element. Okay. All right, so let's play like that is not there anymore. Okay. All right, actually, I'm going to delete it just so y'all can get the gist. But what I am going to do is go here, duplicate that, and I'm going to put this over there. So if you're like if your weekend is Saturday, Sunday, you can do that. And if you want to move that, now remember that was me using the pen. This is me using a sticker. Okay. All right. And so what I'm going to do is move my little flag right there. I'm going to duplicate them. And do another duplication. So here now you can either type it or write it. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to call this one emails. You may not have to get fancy like that. I'm going to do another one. Let's see here. I can just put like follow-ups. This is me using Scribble, which is a function. Now notice how big that is. All right, so then I just would need to resize it. So again, I'm going to use these two blocks here. Use my little thing. These two blocks here, I'm going to use for habit tracking. The rest of them I'm going to use for subsections, just where I can write notes. But I'm going to keep my little drop thing here. Now, the other thing I could do is I could put it here. Now, I would definitely crop this some more. But notice the bigger it is, it's little. You could put that there, or I could put it here. Right? I might just put it right there. I can make it just a little bigger if I don't want it down there. Wherever I decide, I'm telling you, once I set it and forget it, it's a wrap. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Over here, for the weekly plans, I do like that one monthly checklist, which is separate in here. You just have to look for it. That's it right there. And you just have to crop it. Note Shelf has a crop function as well. And this actually fits perfectly. You just gotta kind of maneuver it. So I'm gonna crop this just a little bit more. But it like fits right in there. There we go. No, perfect. So you don't have to use it way up there. You can probably start right there. And this is a good place to do like a checklist. And if it doesn't fit perfectly, right, this is a good place to do checklists as well. Or you don't have to use it at all. But again, so now I have my pens all color coordinated. I have my highlighters all color coordinated. And then I'm going to go make this habit tracker really quick. I'm going to add that as a freebie too, because I think it's just so important, especially if you got goals and things. My biggest, I'm going to add another one on here. I'm not just going to have, I think there's 3 goals I have to get done in the next 12 weeks. Well, 4, 1, 2. So, and each of them probably requires at least 2 action items. And I'll go over that. There's lead indicators and lag indicators. The lead indicators are really the activity. It's the activity. And this is the goal. I think that's the best way to explain it. If this doesn't get done, that doesn't happen. So if your goal is to, like, I'm just going to use weight, is to lose 12 pounds or like inches, it's what work are you going to have to do? And so this is what you are tracking. So if the work is 30-minute walk, if it's 25 crunches, whatever it is, if you're not tracking that, and in a I won't get into all that, but it's pretty. The 12-week year is like, it's a game changer because it just makes you think differently, and you're tracking, and it's not like 4 weeks later and you're like, oh my god, where am I supposed to be at? Because you're literally tracking it. So that's why that joker has got to be right there, because I always look at my weekly schedule and I need to have it looking at me at all times. So let me go back to March. The month is beautiful. I mean, I'm just saying, I think it's pretty. Um, sorry about all the sniffles, but again, I'm a visual, and most people are visual. I just need to see. Like, I know I have an event on this 7th. I know I got a meeting on the 12th, on the 26th. I know that I have another meeting on the 20th and the 21st. And of course, anything that has those lines is probably because I'm traveling, but I need to have it on there. And I threw a couple stickers on there. I don't need the stickers, but I do kind of like the color coding part of it. So I hope that helps some. And then some of the tips and tricks. Again, if you are on our newsletter or our email list, you will get these stickers that I use for free. I'm just going to send them to you. And we'll do them in an individual file, and I'll do it in a Good Notes file. So if they're not going to be cropped, but they'll be sent. So that's part of kind of the freebie part of it. So I hope that helped. Again, let me just show this really quick. So once I find out what I want to do, right? Once I have my week set, so I'll probably go in here and time block. So let me just show you. I start time blocking like this now. I'll use this dotted because I think it's just kind of cool. And I will do still that press and hold. And this one I will keep like that because I kind of like that little funky dot. You can extend it over. There you go. Right, so I'll time block all my meetings. If you're using these overlays, you might want to go with the darkest pen. So let me see if we can do that really quick. So is that the darkest one? No, that one is. So I'm just doing that. Now, notice it probably went to the back, or it's Good Notes being glitchy. And I think it's D, all the above. Okay, press and hold. What I would do, it'll show up a little bit darker. Yeah. So you can still kind of see it. Honestly, what I would do is duplicate this. Come on, Good Notes. Like that. And I would move both of them to make it super dark. Yeah, just like that. So you can kind of see. Okay. So, all right. Well, hopefully that helped. But again, oh, this is me being a little spacey. So I would select all of this using my finger, press and hold to pop up that menu. And then I would add as an element. So I'm going to put it under my March stickers. Remember, I just did that once. And now when I go to, let's say we're in week 4, I'm not redoing that over. I'm going to elements. I'm going to March. And there it is. And I gotta kind of maneuver it with my finger, and I'm done. And then I'll just go do that for the rest of the month, and we're good to go. Done. Like, done. But I'll, like, today, after I get done here, I'm going to set up my whole month, because for some reason I didn't do it, but I'm going to set up my whole month And then all my weeks, just like that, date them really, really quick, and then I'm done for the month. All I'm doing is setting appointments and do what I need to do. All right. So hopefully that helped. I wanted to go live really quick because I was just like, why am I not doing this? Like capturing all this. So I'll do that randomly. And then we're going to be having some more people do that as well. But if if I'm working on it, I might as well just go live. So shout out to the creative team for the quick sticker set. I'm gonna ask them to add a couple more real quick. When I make my habit tracker, I'm gonna send it to them so they can add it. But check your email if you are on our email list, and if you do have the One Dough Planner or have ever bought any One Dough Planner, you will actually get that sticker set, the March kind of a couple stickers to get you going for planning purposes. All right. Y'all have a good one. Of course, planning is totally dope with One Dough Planner, and if you don't have